Since the time I started recording my rides with GPS apps, I've lost $1,500 in electronic equipment because I have the bad habit of putting things on the back of my truck when I return from a ride. The first thing that slid off the back of my truck after I left the trailhead was an iPhone 6. I didn't ride for long with iPhone apps before I got a purpose-built bike computer. My first one was a Wahoo Elemnt, and I loved that thing. And I had it for about a year until it flew off the back of my truck. I replaced the Wahoo Elemnt with the smaller, lighter, more aerodynamic version called the Bolt. And I like to think that those attributes helped it go really far when it flew off the back of my truck. And so, since I have a problem with leaving things on the back of my truck, the first rule is no more putting things on the back of my truck after a trail ride. So now when I complete a trail ride, after I put my bike on the rack and remove everything, I go place it all in the back seat of my truck. The other problem is I have bumped these elements in their mounts before and cocked them just slightly to where they fall off later on down the trail. I also need a way to retain them in case that happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this key blank that has a nice hole in it. And we're going to take the Wahoo and we're going to put this key blank on the back of it like that using some JB weld. Then after we've got the key blank on it, we're going to use an assortment of carabiners and cord to secure it to the bike. So to get this key blank onto the element, we're going to use JB weld. In order for the JB weld to hold really well, we're going to rough this up with sandpaper first. And rough this key up right here too. Get our piece of sandpaper. Good and rough. Feel it. Yeah, it's good. It's a little bit rough. Now, that is going to sit right there. And then we'll clamp it on with that pony. And we'll let it sit for 24 hours. So we'll have this to clip a carabiner to. This seems like total overkill, but I am not losing another one of these elements again. Okay, let's mix up some of the JB weld. This is such a great product and so easy to use. It's just squeeze off equal parts and mix it together. This muffin cup was a bad idea. Now we've got to take this and make one of those figure-8 knots. Now we just got to dress up the knot a little bit. Now there you have it. This loops around the handlebars, comes back under and clips in like that. And then the Wahoo is now not coming free. So I'm not gonna lose another one of these. So this is how it goes on. You twist lock the Wahoo into its mount, go underneath. Now if I'm out on the trail and I bump it and it twists, it'll just dangle. Blue will make it easy to find if it falls on the ground. So it's all well and good. Having this blue strap will help me out in case I don't follow rule number 1 and I put it on the back of my truck anyway. Now, since the time I've installed this retention hack, I had a nasty over-the-bar wreck. And when I got over to the bike and picked it up, the GPS was dangling by the cord in the handlebars. So I know it works. Later.